All right. We're going to walk you down what we know. Breakdown of how we know here. Ian Miles Chung does a very good job of this. So here we go. All right. So let's just start with Tyler Robinson, the shooter. Okay. And this was written before Cash Patel's thing, but here we go. This is very important stuff. Tyler Robinson, 22, is the man charged with the murder. He had no prior criminal history, but had a recent history of radicalization. The fact that this young man is exactly the type of person that Charlie was trying to save. It's almost too much for me to like deal with. His social circles, online activity, and even the weapon he used all connect back to a web of far left, transgender, and Antifa extremists. The transgender connection, it has been confirmed. Robinson was living with and dating a transgender, quote, woman. That's a man who believes that he's a girl. His closest associates online were also transgender activists with a history of extremist rhetoric. This is not incidental. It's central to understanding his motives and networks. Minutes after Kirk's death was confirmed, a transgender account named Cherbum75M saw Tyler June 30 posted, "We effing did it." This account is directly linked to the Robinson transgender boyfriend. That celebratory outburst wasn't an accident. The rifle and the bullets, you already know about that. The bullets had, "Hey, fascist, catch this." Online radicalization. Here we go. Robinson was active in transgender and Antifa Discord servers. Discord has claimed he didn't plan the attack there, but those servers were his community. They were where he absorbed ideology and built connections. If plans moved off Discord to encrypted services, that only strengthens the case that this was coordinated. Absolutely, it was coordinated. Robinson also ran a furry account, an online subculture that is completely entwined with far left and transgender activism. His furry presence confirmed or combined with his Discord activity paints the picture of a young man submerged in fringe ideological communities that blur the line between identity politics and militant extremism. A pattern of terrorist speech. A wider network made no attempt to hide its motives. Screenshots show users calling for Kirk to be, quote, evaporated the day before his appearance. Another gloated, quote, "Another chud bites the dust" after his death. The same circles cheered as if it were an accomplishment, not a crime. Political transgenderism as a terrorist movement. When trans activists are openly celebrating assassinations, when bullets are engraved with slogans tied to transgender identity, when associates cheer and claim, quote, "We did it," the conclusion is unavoidable. Political transgenderism is terrorism, and they should be labeled as such. Terrorist organization. Political transgenderism fused with far left extremism has become a violent, radical force, and it is responsible for the murder of my friend Charlie Kirk. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time that we call it what it is. Terrorism. Acts of violence and aggression towards those that are pro-faith, pro-family, pro-freedom. Why are they so hate-filled against people like Charlie Kirk? Because the Bible and the faith in Jesus Christ, of which Charlie Kirk stood his entire life upon, directly contradicts their life of sin and evil and demonic presence. That's why. That's why. Mario has a post, too, that breaks it down pretty well. Let's go to that, Todd. Let's go here. All right, now, we told you there's a lot of weird strings that are being pulled and a lot of things going on. These are the bizarre details that are starting to emerge. Charlie Kirk's assassination shocked the world, and while the gunman has been caught, bizarre details around the case continue to raise questions. A SoundCloud track titled "Charlie Kirk Dead at 31" surfaced online, eerily matching his age. It's quite a coincidence. On X, a user named Omar wrote, quote, "I hope someone evaporates him," and, quote, "something big will happen tomorrow," just the day before the shooting in Utah. Adding to the confusion, an Amazon listing for a book titled "The Shooting of Charlie Kirk" appeared almost immediately after his death. Some even say it was published before he was killed. These strange coincidences have fueled suspicion that there's more to the story and people are demanding answers. Now, Amazon has now taken this down, but someone screenshot the book. I think you can probably click on that image, Todd. So that was on Amazon almost immediately after. And then this account saying September 10th will be a very interesting day. These are real things that need to be answered. Okay? And we've got even more weird stuff to show you across the way. And Walmart's got some explaining to do.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon's got some explaining to do. All of these things. This is the account that people are talking about they believe is associated with either Tyler Robinson or his partner. Charlie Kirk is coming to my college tomorrow. I really hope someone evaporates him, literally. And then it says right after that, let's just say something big will happen tomorrow. If you believe that this was a coordinated effort to take out Charlie Kirk, I just want you to comment yes or no in the comment section right now. This is my good friend Jack Posobiec. CNN asked him, does he think Civil War? I believe that's what this one is, Todd. Is this the Civil War one?
I don't know. We need to,
it may not be, but either way, we need to play it because it's very powerful. Let's play it.
You think we're at war?
My friend's in a box right now, and it wasn't an accident.
Are we facing a civil war?
Well, there's no question that we're clearly facing asymmetric civil warfare. One of the key aspects of that is political assassinations. That being said, the idea that we're going to a, classic civil war scenario, I hope and I pray that that doesn't happen.
You think we're at war?
yeah. I don't think you want that.
Here's the thing. We're already there.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is, and you can go to me and you, Todd, for a second. What I mean by that is, ladies and gentlemen, I have to speak at 2 vigils for Charlie tonight. And I love the fact that the vigils have turned into such a big deal that now they have moved to the Civic Center for the area. So if you live in South Carolina, there's an Anderson one and there's a Greenville one tonight that they've asked me to speak at. And I don't know what I'm going to say. I have no idea. I don't know if I'm going to be angry. I don't know what the right thing to do in the moment is. Does that make sense? Like, I don't, and this is me breaking character of the show for just a minute. This is me being honest with you. I don't know what the right message for the moment is. I just don't. I don't know what the right message is. And, what I hate even more is I've had the SWAT teams of the area have to contact me because everybody's worried about what's going to happen now. And there's no way I'm not going up there. I'm absolutely going up there. But now I have to, for the rest of my life, I will have to think about praying right before I get in front of a microphone again, in front of people.
Yep.
And so many people have lost understanding of what this has actually done. And this is where I need you to hit that like button, hit that repost button right now. This wasn't my tweet, but I read it. I can't remember who did it, but this is where we are. We have talked all the time. Charlie, me, Dan Bongino, Ben Shapiro, anyone and everyone that stands up for truth and stands up for this country. We receive death threats all the time, but with Charlie, it has made flesh the reality of the fact. We disagree with the satanic evil ideologies of the left. All the way from where this country is supposed to go, abortion, gun control, border security, transgender, LGBTQ ideologies. We disagree with all of it. And we believe that they need to change. Charlie was the pioneer of this. We need to have dialogue with these people so they can see the light, the truth of Jesus. However, we also have to come to the reality of the fact that these people hate us. And these people view us as less than human. That's why you see all these people celebrating. That's why you see all these people, literally Clemson University. I've been lighting their butt up all weekend.
We all
and
have.
they're having a freaking closed door meeting because they're a bunch of cowards because they won't fire these professors that were publicly celebrating the assassination of my friend. Here's the other part. And this is what it does. You want to know if we're at a point of no return? We're already there, and here's why. Nurses, doctors, pilots, professors, everything you can imagine. We've got a database going of over 50,000 people that publicly celebrated the assassination of Charlie Kirk. These people were doctors, surgeons, nurses, airplane pilots, all the above. You want to know how this changes everything? People that do what we do, and it's easy. Matt Walsh said it very best. It's easy for people to say, this is a time for us to tone down the rhetoric, and this is the time for us to do. It's easy for you to say that when you don't have the target on your back.
Mm-hmm.
You see, what this has done is this has proven that people that stand up for Christ, people who stand up for this country, people who stand up for our youth and the unborn, we can't trust anyone.
Nope.
Because the people on the left view us as less than human. How am I to know if I need to have surgery? How am I to know that that doctor doesn't secretly hate my guts, and when I'm under the knife, something unexpected happens?
We accidentally nicked an artery and he's no longer with us.
Oh, Graham, you're being paranoid. Am I?
Really? Do you remember the FEMA people that walked right by Trump supporters' houses in North Carolina? Yeah, tell me that won't happen. Yeah, go ahead. Tell me a doctor or a paramedic will look at your house and see a MAGA or an American flag and go, yeah, let's wait a little bit, boys. Don't tell me that won't happen.
No, but think about it. There's been members of the military. There's been police officers celebrating. What if we actually need help? You see, what this has done is it's made flesh what we've been worried about for so long. It has made flesh the fact that these people want us dead. And by these people, I'm talking millions upon millions upon millions of people. They consider us Christian, conservative, faith, family, freedom Americans. They consider us less than human, folks. Mm-hmm. The war is already here. Unfortunately, I kept saying for many years, I said, we haven't had a Pearl Harbor type moment yet. You remember me saying that a lot of times, Todd? Mm-hmm. And I guess I misspoke, because what we really hadn't had is a Martin Luther King or a JFK moment yet. But now people are seeing. Not everybody is naive. A lot of people are freaking naive. But some people have called me and they're like, Graham, I didn't understand it, but now I do.
Yep.
Now I see what you've been talking about. How can we trust our fellow man, ladies and gentlemen? That's my question moving forward. How can we? One, who would have ever imagined that this would have happened to Charlie, the best of us? Two, who would have ever imagined that people would publicly be celebrating? It's one thing for evil people to be like in their private homes and all this stuff saying that. These people had the balls and the wherewithal to do it, put it publicly, and do not care what people have to say, because they believe so strongly within the core of who they are that we are less than human and we should be put down.